I'm actually gonna go with you on this one, Terry. I know that you serve Louisburg, a town outside of Raleigh, which is a city that is growing majorly here in our state of North Carolina. How have you seen this expansion affecting housing availability and pricing in your area?
The expansion of Raleigh and the greater Wake County area has affected us in a way that there's more interest in housing here. It hasn't really affected availability to the extent of there's either more or less. Obviously, when Raleigh grows, people move to the outskirts. So people are moving to this area, but it hasn't affected the availability negatively or I would say positively in our area, but it has affected the pricing. The county reevaluated the tax rates, and there was a bit of an outcry from residents in our area that, hey, my property value went up a lot, and now I'm having to pay a lot more in property taxes, whereas last year I wasn't. And we've had to explain to them that, hey, Wake County is growing, Raleigh is growing, and now it's a good thing your property's valued at more than before, but it's bad short term because you have to pay more in property taxes. So just explaining that has been a bit of a challenge. And, you know, the property owner calls and they're a bit upset, understandably, and they're like, hey, well, this is becoming a lot for me, and this is becoming something that I have to think about possibly selling in the near future, because if this keeps going up, I won't be able to afford it. Maybe I can this year, maybe I can next year, but 5 years from now, I might not be able to afford it. So I've seen that the expansion has affected the pricing negatively, and we just want to find ways to just help people out and increase the housing here. So to piggyback on an earlier question is that we've initiated a project here in town to work with a developer to sort of decrease their costs by selling town land to the developer in hopes to create workforce housing. Also, we implemented practices like we're going to not waive but reduce permit fees in a way, and also just help him out in whatever way he can, because he has a process where he's the builder. Also, his wife's a real estate agent. We're going to initiate town sponsored classes for home ownership to try to help educate people on how to become homeowners, and also how to keep your home for years to come. So I think just us working with the developers, we can kind of curve it affecting the housing availability, because we know the growth is coming here. It's coming very fast. Actually, I spoke to economic development this morning, and North Carolina is actually the sixth fastest growing state in the United States, only behind like Florida and California and New York. And it's because of the tourism, and then too, the land here in North Carolina is just, it hasn't been utilized. But now that it's being utilized, it's coming fast, and we have to stay ahead of it.